Good day. You're watching Simply Believing with Genesis. I'm starting this because I want you all to know that God loves you and He wants a relationship with you. And all it really takes is simply believing. A little belief and reading of His Word and studying of His Word, and you'll see that God loves you. So this is the beginning. Genesis 1. Simply believing. Hi guys, so we're starting with Genesis 1. You may see me looking down because I have my book right here, my Bible. I'm reading out the New King James Version. And as you can see, I'm doing this because a lot of us are out there lost, and sometimes we can't reach out or relate to certain pastors or certain churches because we feel like religion is purposeless. My whole goal was to hopefully help you have a relationship with God and not think about the religious aspect of it. Christianity is all about relationship with God and being Christ-like. I'm non-denominational, so you take what you need from this, you don't take, but honestly, the reason why I titled it Simply Believing, because that's what you have to do. You simply have to believe. You're so quick to believe everything else in this world, but there's only one thing you really should believe in. You can have your own opinion and take whatever you need from it. So Genesis 1 and 2. But first, let me start with prayer. God, we thank you for today, allowing us to get into this word, to seek your face and seek your knowledge. We just thank you, God. Let us receive whatever we can. Open our minds, our hearts, and our ears. The world will fade away, Lord, but your word will stand forever. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So Genesis 1 and 2. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Genesis 1 and 2 explains it all. There was nothing. This is where it starts. We started from nothing, and God created the origin of everything. God doesn't need a start date. He's God, and we just have to believe in that and stand on that. Simply believe. Genesis 1, 3-10. Then God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw that the light, it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Then God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Thus God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Then God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Here we can see that God is clearly preparing the earth for what he's about to establish. He separated the waters for us to have seas and for us to have dry lands. This is preparation for everything to come. That's why I named day 1 and 2 preparation days, because God was preparing the earth for the wonderful things he was beginning to create. You have to believe this. Simply believe, and you don't have to believe it, but I do. And I believe it so much, that's why I'm giving it to you. Genesis 1, 11-23. Then God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, the herb that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day. Then God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for the light in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth. And it was so. Then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Continued at verse 20. Then God said, let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let the birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens. So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abounded, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the birds multiply on earth. So the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Day 3 through 5 were named provisions, because God had a plan for us. God had a plan for everything. He knew exactly what we would need to survive on earth. He knew that we would need to know how to mark times and days. He knew how to separate things. This is order. God is a God of order. I kept emphasizing kind, because God made things in their kind. The world would like to tell people that we were made from monkeys or some other type of scientific thing that has no background, that nobody who saw a monkey turn into a human. No one. They don't even turn into humans now. So why would you want to believe something like that? But God emphasized kind, because he knew we wouldn't know how to name it. Adam would have been lost if he had to name something that turned into something else. He even named trees according to their kind. Don't fall for the foolery. Genesis 1:24-31. Then God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth, each according to its kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. Continued at verse 29. And God said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seeds. To you it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And it was so. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the sixth. So after God created everything, I named day 6 purpose, because then he gave us our purpose. He gave us the reason why he created us and everything in this earth. He created the animals, the bird, the sea, he created everything for us to take dominion over it, to have power over it, that we were to live and to be a part of the earth. Like, he knew what we would need before he even created us. That note lets you know that we were made for a purpose. We were made in order. And when he said we were made in his image, how can we be created for something else? He didn't say we were made in the image of an animal that might look like us. No. He said we were made in his image. And from that point on, you should be happy. You should be thankful that God made us like him. This concludes Genesis 1. There were a couple of glitches, and this is my first time, so you guys will have to bear with me with more Bible studies that we'll go through. But just know, this is the beginning of everything. This gives you the answers to everything. He didn't say he made baby Adam and Eve and had to watch them grow up. He didn't say none of that. You have to realize that everything that God created, everything was advanced. They were already mature. So when you see all these old stuff that people are finding, discovering all these old bones, God didn't make babies. He made things already advanced in years. So you really got to think about the things that people are trying to sell you. And yeah, you may think I'm trying to sell you something. I'm not. You don't have to believe nothing I'm saying. For those of you who choose to believe, it's easier done and said. Just believe. It's up to you. I thank you for tuning in.